Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more Euphoria. This is the season finale, episode 8. And like I said at the end of the last episode, it feels like the characters we're rooting for probably won't get happy endings. There doesn't seem enough like there's enough time in the episode to actually fit all that in. It doesn't seem like Nate is going to pay for what he did either. Fez is going to be in trouble with Mouse. Rue and Jules, I don't know what their relationship is going to be like. It's definitely on the rocks for sure. And meanwhile, yeah, Nate's getting away with all this crap. Kat crying because she's kind of in a place where she's been too mean to her friends and she feels very alone at the moment. Cassie is pregnant. McKay is not supportive. And I don't know what is going to happen to their relationship. I don't know if Maddie's gonna escape the abusive boyfriend she has. There's a ton of storylines that we'll explore in this last episode, and I want to see how it resolves. Yeah, maybe I've heard that season 2 has already been. This show has already been renewed for season 2, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get several cliffhangers. Those will be fun. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Yeah, let's go.
If I could spend the rest of my life in a hospital, I would. Because when you're in a hospital, you have zero responsibilities.
This must be causing her mom
Jules
fortune.
came to visit.
Oh.
Did all this happen because I left? No.
I've been like this my whole life, Jules.
You make it better though. I'm sorry.
She knows she's lying.
Jules, I am deeply uncomfortable right now.
Listen, you look hot. And the fact that you usually dress like Seth Rogen, although you make it cute sometimes,
Seth
like,
Rogen.
it crushes my soul. Oh. Oh.
Yikes.
What? Ow!
I
Ow!
think so. If I ever had the chance, I would fuck
That if you kiss her left cheek before bed, you have to kiss her right cheek and her forehead, then her chin.
Jules kissed her like that.
Easier.
You know, this is the first time since the beginning of high school that I haven't, like, been in love with somebody. Honestly, I love that for you.
Yeah, I get to find out who she is, but
I've always, like, really
by herself.
Most people peak in high school.
I definitely haven't peaked, so
I feel like I'm not even a person yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely at, like, 25% peakness. I feel like I'm at 100. But I can definitely get to 150.
Nice.
She's been sober for like 3 months.
Weren't you in rehab, like, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe people have nostalgia. First of all, ew. Second of all, ew.
I don't even fucking trust you anymore.
Kind of like how you fuck me, but you're not hard anymore.
Keep talking. Come on, keep fucking talking. Keep talking. Huh?
Poor Maddie. What is this about? What?
It's time to let go.
Your whole family is so fucking weird.
Can't argue with that. Jeez.
Maddie, don't do it.
Oh god. Oh god. This is so unhealthy.
I guarantee you Maddie and I are gonna get married. And probably like divorced 3 times and in some strange way live a pretty happy life.
Yeah.
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 Rue's face.
I like the way I dressed you, but I'm worried I fucked with your gender expression. I want you to want to kiss me so bad that you don't even ask.
No, I mean, like, is one of us gonna get hurt?
Probably.
Probably. Do my best to make sure that it's me.
Wow.
I'm crying.
Ooh. Have you ever seen such conviction in her eyes?
Give me guns or whoever the fuck you want. Okay.
Aww.
I'm gonna do that.
Do you have any reservations about the procedure? Any second thoughts?
No. Wow.
I personally have no problem walking into any police station and telling them that Nate Jacobs' daddy likes to fuck little kids.
You're spending all your time with someone who's gonna leave you and won't even remember who the fuck you are in 10 years.
You may have won the game, but you lost control of the team. You need to take a step back, Nate.
Get the fuck off me! Get your fucking hands on me, you fucking faggot! Get the fuck off!
Oh, you think you're tough now, huh? Huh? Come on, Nate.
There's one missing. And Maddie has it. Her face.
Jules, are you in love with Anna?
Yeah.
Are you in love with me?
Yeah.
Do you wish I was different? Like, I mean, what if we just fucking left this dance, we went home, grabbed a bunch of our shit, just went to the city? What if we just fucking left?
That's fucking crazy.
I ain't here to hurt you, but if you fuck around, I swear to God, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, you would keep a gun in the safe, right?
Jesus fucking Christ. You a fucking doctor?
No, 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 no.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Can you stop being such a fucking cunt and just come dance with me, please?
You're despicable. Fine. You're abusive. Psychopathic. Most of the time, I really hate the way you make me feel.
I know.
It's not good for us. We shouldn't be together.
I know.
I got caught up dealing with some bullshit.
Got your money, though.
But they ain't find nothing, though. They ain't got shit on me.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, he was gonna die if he didn't. Jeez. Huh.
So we all good?
Jules, I don't think this is a good idea.
Bro, it was your idea.
I know it was my idea, but I don't think it's a good idea anymore, is what I'm trying to tell you.
It was a fucking great idea. I don't know. Come on. It's gonna be amazing. Bro!
Can you pay attention to her a little bit? Can you not see how... Crap. God damn it.
Taking it all for us. Too much in my system. Do it for the fam. Hey, just for your love, yeah. Give you the world. 2 times 2 always equates to I dream of myself. When it all comes down to it.
Till then.
What the hell? That's how they end this season? Oh, jeez. No. Rue, not again. Back down the rabbit hole. Did that term originate with Alice in Wonderland? Anyway, that's not what I wanted for Rue. Back on drugs. Great musical number at the end, though. It was really fascinating to watch. And there's so much to discuss in this final episode. Starting at the hospital, Rue gets Vicodin and she turns it down. And I'm watching it like, is she trying to stay clean? Like, she looks like she really wants to stay clean. But then she makes an excuse to try and get something harder, Roxasat or something. I think if she wanted to get high, she made a mistake being so specific with the exact milligrams of the drug she wanted. Though the doctor did look at her chart anyway and see, or he talked to her mom to see that she had OD'd before. I was just like, you're noticing this, right, nurse? Like, she's asking for like exact milligrams of how much. Well, either she caught on or the doctor was going to ask anyway. Yeah, she wound up getting nothing. And she got Tylenol, which is hilarious. But she thought being in the hospital was just like a free pass, a hall pass to get some drugs in her system. I mean, it kind of is, but if like the ex-drug addict is thinking about it that way, that's definitely not good. It's a very precarious situation. And I've been fearing a relapse like all season, and that's what it finally led to. But yeah, it turns out she loves being in a hospital because it means you have no responsibilities, which, I mean, I imagine that's true for some people. Like for Rue, who suffers from mental illness, especially, I get it. When she removes all the things that can trigger her anxiety, and just have everything taken care of her, life gets easier. I understand that. Though I have to imagine that it costs her mom so much money with how screwed up health insurance is in the United States. So, but yeah, when I first saw Rue in her prom outfit, I was kind of just like, oh my god, this looks like so not her after the way we've seen her dressed the last 7 episodes. And I didn't realize it was prom or junior prom. they seem to not be graduating. But yeah, we find out later that the reason Rue normally dresses the way she dresses is because of her father's death. She just wears his clothes. That's just so sad. And I guess at some point Rue and Jules discussed that they weren't monogamous, or the assumption was there all along. Because yeah, they just kind of talk about it and as if it was not a big deal. And then we had Leslie's speech throughout almost the entire episode, just telling us about Rue's addiction and how it has impacted the family. But yeah, we'll get back to Rue and Jules, but everyone's kind of like starting to head to the dance, which is super interesting. Lots of characters had their plots kind of wrapped up in this episode. I don't know if it's a result of them being unsure if season 2 is gonna be renewed or not. But yeah, we had a lot of flashbacks. We found out Cassie and McKay broke up. Cassie says like this is the first time since high school when she wasn't in love with somebody. And yeah, I'm absolutely on board for this. Be single for a while. See that it's okay to be alone. I know somebody who's just been in non-stop relationships, and like minutes after she broke off her engagement, she like just had another boyfriend, and she hasn't been single since she was like 13 or something. It's ridiculous. She has no sense of self, really. Doesn't know what it's like to be alone. And I mean, you don't have to be lonely just because you're single. And like, figure out who you are. Like, raise your standards. The guys she's been with have made her do things or act in ways that she didn't want. Yeah, I'm talking about Cassie right now, but I guess it's the same for the person I know. Anyway, Kat's dress to the dance is... I mean, I didn't go to a school where anybody would choose to dress like that, but like I hear all the time about how people are turned away from their prom because of what they're wearing. Pleasantly surprised she wasn't turned away. I don't think there are any grounds for that in, just when it happens. But then again, like, this is a dance where Nate's date, like, her entire butt was out the entire episode. I guess there were just like 0 chaperones, or like, I don't know, just nobody cared. But yeah, everybody arrives and we saw Maddie and Jules interact, probably for the first time. And apparently they're friends, which, like, I always knew they were in the same friend group, but I understand that they probably could never get too close when Maddie is with Nate. But when they're broken up, or taking a break or whatever, they're friendly at least. And yeah, I love the interactions at the table, talking about how this is supposed to be like this big moment that all of them remember. But that's only for people who peak in high school, is what Maddie said. And I love Lexi's, like, I feel like I'm not even a real person yet. And I don't know what it is exactly about Jules saying that she's at 100%, but like, that's exactly what I expected of her. Even though, like, she's clearly, like, got some growing to do. I guess, yeah, she's been through so much, and I don't know. Let me know if you guys have some insight into that. Like, it makes sense, but I don't know how to articulate why it makes sense that she thinks she's at 100%. But yeah, Kat goes off after a bit to talk to Ethan. And I mean, we saw her in pain last episode, and now we see her try to make things right with Ethan. And I really wish we had seen her try to make things right with Maddie. I thought there was like a moment where they were like a little tense at the dance, but it's clear at the very least that Kat is closer to who she was before she lost sight of who she is. And Ethan, what a line. Like, is one of us gonna get hurt? Probably, but I'll do my best to make sure it's me. What? that line is just, I don't know, just wow. But I'm happy for both of them. I hope Kat continues to grow. She should tell him about the camgirling thing soon, like ASAP. Just because, not because there's anything inherently wrong with it, just because it's something he would like to know. Like, if she doesn't tell him, it would be keeping something from him. Yeah, and things seem to be going towards the more serious side. I have no idea what Lexi screamed in that moment, but it was hilarious. Lexi is the best. She's my favorite. And maybe she's starting to feel like a little left out of all these high school things. Like, right after she yells for support for Ethan and Kat, she's like, I need to get me one of those. Like, she's asking Cassie, like, how she decides who to hook up with. Cassie tells her to come the fuck on to whoever she wants. Get it, girl. Just don't do anything you'll regret. And please stay away from almost all the guys that we've seen on the show. I don't even know. We have not seen a guy who I'd be okay with her dating at this point, because they're all just horrible. But yeah, hopefully she has a good time somewhere. We also see a flashback with Cassie getting an abortion, and her mom and her sister are both there for her. And she's kind of lucky in that sense, like no super religious parents to tell her there's no way she's getting an abortion or something like that. I'm glad that worked out the way it did, even though it definitely felt like it could have been very emotional and traumatic for her. I'm not sure though. We got a flashback also with Nate getting violent with Maddie again, and he can't get it up, and she's like kind of taunting him over it. But freaking, I'm glad it seems like during the dance they both know their relationship just doesn't work, it's not sustainable. But she freaking swipes a disc from him, like one of his father's, which just, why would Nate ever take it out of Cal's room? And man. And then we see Maddie's face when she checks out the disc. That was just so funny. But yeah, and then we see Nate playing football. Like I'm sure he misses McKay. He might miss McKay more than Cassie does. Because his receivers, like that first throw hit the receivers right in the hands, and he couldn't catch it. And then there was a little part of it about the show that I was a little confused about. Like he had 1:36 left. Then he threw 3 incompletions, which should have stopped the clock each time. But then when they cut back to it, it was like 10 seconds left. I'm just like, what? I'm guessing I'm only being like a little facetious. I'm guessing like he got some first downs in between, but it didn't seem like it. But yeah, he runs his way to victory, gets a touchdown, but his dad also comes down hard on him for losing control of the team, which, I mean, is I don't know. Nate just keeps taking away the wrong lessons, and I can appreciate that Cal wants to make him like not learn the wrong lesson from just because he won. But yeah, Nate gets up in his face, and Cal gets like pins him down, and just he wants to like put his masculinity, like toxic masculinity, and his aggressiveness and his rage in check, but just uncomfortable with the whole situation. There was I don't know what you do in that situation, honestly. I would hope that you never let your son get to that point in the first place, that rage, and but he started banging his head on the ground. Cal like walked away just like scared of what his son has become. And yeah, he looks at his freaking drawer, which he has to know Nate took it. I don't know why Nate would just, I don't know. He messed with the system by taking it out, so I don't understand exactly what's going on with there, but yeah. It was really hard to watch Nate just like thrashing on the ground, like hitting his head on the ground. I mean, I still don't feel bad for him. It was just hard to watch it's hard to watch anybody suffering. I don't feel bad for him because he's such a dick, but like, jeez. But yeah, we see Rue confronting Nate about calling the fuzz on Fez, and also telling him to leave him, Jules, and herself alone, threatening to go to the police, and coming forward about Cal sleeping with Jules and being into children. Though to be fair, like, I don't know if Cal is actually into children, because like Jules did lie about her age, and there's no, I don't know. I would just like, personally, for someone his age, just date someone your age, or have sex with someone your age. But like, I mean, I don't know. It felt. I don't think he's to blame in the case of Jules, because she did lie about her, age. But yeah, we follow Fez through part of this episode. He follows Mouse around like to a deal and then rob the guy. And I was actually really afraid the guy would have a gun and Fez would get hurt. But yeah, I was just like, Fez, like, make sure he doesn't have a gun in his drawer, but then the guy like fumbles with his gun, like he has the safety on supposedly, and like just I don't know. um, Fez was forced to get violent, and he clearly didn't want to get violent, but it was just his hand was forced. And yeah, we see later that Mouse was just going to outright kill Fez if he didn't have the money. He had the hand on the gun, which makes sense, but like damn, Fez might have some trouble going forward because he's been raided once before, and Mouse is gonna be. I feel like Mouse is gonna try and take advantage of him. I don't know if Fez cleaned out all of the guy's money or not, but yeah, we'll see. But the fact that Fez hands over the bills with blood on them, I don't think that was a good idea at all. Like, weren't there bills without blood? Like, now Mouse knows he can push Fez to commit violence for him if he applies enough pressure. He just has to, either apply pressure on because of like threatening Ashtray or Rue. So it's not a good situation whatsoever. And we already see that Fez is willing to go the extra mile for Rue, and yeah, I'm a little afraid for that situation. But yeah, going forward to Rue and Jules, it seems Ollie was right all along. You could see parts of it in earlier episodes, but there were times in this episode where we were just like, no, this is not a good fit right now. Jules and Rue, they love each other, but like, this is bad. And Jules can be very loving, but she's not ready for this relationship. And I'm not entirely sure how far everything goes though. Like, did she talk up Anna and her time in the other city and tell Rue that she would flourish there because she wanted them to go together, or because she actually thought the place would be good for Rue? And I think it might be good for Rue, but like, with her not being comfortable going, with her not wanting to like leave her sister and mom, like, come on, Jules. I was like, the entire time I was like, come on, Jules. But yeah, Jules is somebody who understands how to be loving at times. I mentioned in a very early episode that she kissed Rue like symmetrically in this, and then in this episode, Leslie's speech touched on that. But yeah, there were so many times this episode where I was just like uncomfortable watching their interactions. Jules walked away from the table at the dance without even like telling Rue like what's happening, and then that whole situation with like, why don't you kiss me? Like, kiss me. I want you to kiss me so bad that you don't even ask. Like, it's not who Rue is, and she looks like Rue looks down, like she's ashamed that she can't give Jules what she wants. And like the insecurity rears its head again later when Rue asks if Jules loves Anna, and then asks if she loves her. And Jules says yes to both, but like, Rue has felt like this burden this entire relationship, and she asks like, do you wish I was different? And Jules says no, but like, that's definitely a lie, and you could see the truth in her eyes at that moment. It was great acting by Hunter Schafer. But yeah, Rue knows it too, and God bless her heart. Like, Rue just wants everything Jules wants to be, everything Jules could ever want, spontaneous, and she just kisses her like so deeply and passionately, and she knows how much Jules has been wanting to leave the city and be in the city with Anna and with Rue, and Rue puts forward this idea of running away together so that Jules can be with everybody she loves. And like, yeah, Rue puts Jules in front of her in that situation, but it's not who she is. She just can't step away from her family. And I guess another way to look at it would be that like, she is addicted to Jules, like Ollie said, that like, and then her stepping away and not getting on the train with her was like trying to be strong and trying to be healthier. But it just, unfortunately, that whole situation wound up with her back on drugs. So, god damn it. And finally, that musical number, first starting with her like stumbling through her house, like flying high and tripping everywhere while everyone acts like pretty normal. And I don't know if that's meant to signify that like life was kind of back to normal for the entire family, and none of them suspected what was happening. And then we get a shot of the father, who is already dead, supposedly. I guess maybe it's like he can see her from heaven, and just pulls her in and kisses her forehead, like, come on, like, Like this, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to look at this ending, I think. And I feel like the actual sequence might just be better explained as her experience of being high. Like she's seeing things, she's imagining, she's getting the feeling of what it's like to have like a full family again. She's so happy. She's even together with her father, which it's that good a feeling. And yeah, this is my first time hearing Zendaya singing, and that dance number at the end was super fascinating. It really reminded me of two things, or there were parts of it that reminded me of two things. The first thing I thought of was that the dancers seemed to be wearing red jumpsuits, very similar to what the Tethered wore in Jordan Peele's second movie as director, Us. Like that's recent enough. It's like that's recent enough history that people who have seen it will definitely connect these two things, which means what exactly? I guess one of the most chilling lines in that film are just "We are Americans." So is that meant to be a message to the audience of this episode? Like if this is happening to people in our country, like the opioid epidemic is wrecking people's lives. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you've seen that movie, like you can't not connect the two, and I feel like it was intentional, but I don't know what the intention is. The second thing was the pile of bodies, and seeing as how this is also from HBO and Game of Thrones is like still also pretty recent. That was like the pile of bodies was definitely referencing Battle of the Bastards, right? We've seen a Game of Thrones reference before, and yeah, Rue climbs on top of all of them, standing at the top. And I guess that's what the 2 seconds of bliss she's talked about, like very early on in the series, maybe episode 1 or 2, where when she's taking drugs, there's just that 2 seconds of like everything else fading away. But the very last thing we see before the season ends is her falling from the top, from her high, just crashing back to reality. And she's talked about how horrible, like how painful that is. Yeah, I'm going to listen to that song over and over again. It's really fascinating, and I'll watch that dance number over and over again too. It's really fun. But yeah, alright guys, this first season was intense. No doubt about that, but I kind of assumed it was everybody's senior year until like this last episode. But apparently, like, I think, I'm still not entirely sure, but it seems like it's everybody's junior year because they're talking about being 16 or 17 or something. So when we come back for season 2, we've got a lot more to explore. Maybe some of them are juniors and some of them are seniors. Anyway, but it looks like we'll possibly get more time at the school. But yeah, definitely need a Fez episode, and definitely need a Lexi episode. Lexi was like a standout character for me. So was Fez. I can understand if some people are mad at Jules for what she did. And I kind of am too, but I don't know. I think the ending where she tells Rue that she loves her, at first I thought it was like, oh, like she's saying that to say goodbye. But then going back and editing, I was just like, is she saying it because she's trying to manipulate Rue to get on the train with her? Which that's also possible. And yeah, I don't know. Them meeting again in season 2, that has to happen at some point, and I don't know how that's going to go down. Rue is on drugs again. I definitely need more of this show. So I'm looking forward to when season 2 comes out. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's been a fun ride. Hope you enjoyed watching this season with me. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm actually not sure when this will air. Let me double check. But yeah, I'm going to be watching a lot of stuff this fall. The last episode should air in the middle of October. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to be doing Watchmen starting tomorrow, actually, so that'll be fun. And yeah, I'm excited to continue. We've got a lot of shows coming up, and yeah, actually, I'm going to announce right here because for you guys on YouTube who don't know, I'm also going to be doing Watchmen. I'm going to be doing HBO's Dark Materials, his Dark Materials. I'm going to be doing Netflix's The Witcher, and I'm going to be doing The Mandalorian. So it's a bunch of shows all crammed together, so stick around for that. And as always, if you want to watch the full reaction to this show or any others, or if you want to catch episodes a week early, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And yeah, thanks for joining me on the Thanks for joining me on this journey. Looking forward to season 2. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye, friends.